For as long as humans have looked up at the night sky, we've asked the same question. Are we alone? Every star you see could have planets of its own, and some of those planets might be home to life, maybe even intelligent life. The universe is huge, so huge that it's hard to imagine we're the only ones out here. Over the years, strange signals, mysterious objects, and shocking discoveries have hinted that we might not be alone at all. Today, we're going to explore 5 of the most fascinating signs that point toward life beyond Earth. And by the end of this video, you might start to wonder, maybe they've been trying to reach us all along. The WOW signal, a 72-second mystery. Back in the summer of 1977, a radio telescope in Ohio called the Big Ear was quietly listening to the sky. Its job was simple: scan the stars for any unusual radio signals that might hint at something or someone trying to communicate. Most of the time, the telescope picked up nothing but static. But then, on August 15th, something happened. A strong, clear signal suddenly came through, unlike anything the telescope had ever detected before. The signal lasted for exactly 72 seconds, and it was so striking that the astronomer on duty, Dr. Jerry Emmon, circled it on the computer printout and wrote just one word in the margin: "Wow." That's how it got its name, the WOW signal. What made it so special? First, it came from deep space, in the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, far from any known human-made satellites or transmitters. Second, it was a narrowband signal, something nature rarely produces, but technology can. In other words, it looked a lot like the kind of transmission an intelligent civilization might send. Scientists tried to find it again, scanning the same part of the sky for days, weeks, even years afterward, but the signal never returned. To this day, no one has been able to explain exactly what caused it. Was it a glitch? A rare natural event? Or was it a brief hello from another world? The mystery remains, and for many, the WOW signal is still one of the most intriguing hints that we're not alone. Kepler's planet jackpot, Earth 2.0's everywhere. For most of human history, we only knew of one planet that could support life, our own. But that changed in 2009, when NASA launched the Kepler Space Telescope. Its mission was ambitious: scan the skies and look for planets orbiting other stars. At first, no one knew how many it might find. Maybe a few dozen, maybe 100. But the results stunned everyone. Over its 9 years of operation, Kepler discovered thousands of planets, called exoplanets, scattered throughout our galaxy. And here's the part that made scientists sit up straight. Many of these planets are in what's called the habitable zone. That's the sweet spot around a star where temperatures could allow liquid water to exist, one of the key ingredients for life as we know it. Some of these worlds are rocky, just like Earth, and orbit stars very similar to our Sun statistically. This changes everything. If planets like Earth are common, then the chances of life existing somewhere else go way up. In fact, based on Kepler's data, scientists now estimate there could be billions of Earth-like planets in our galaxy alone. Think about that for a moment. Billions of worlds where oceans might ripple, clouds might drift across blue skies, and maybe, just maybe, life might be looking back at us. Kepler didn't just find planets. It gave us a reason to believe we might be far from alone. The Oumuamua Enigma, visitor from the stars. In October 2017, astronomers spotted something unusual moving through our solar system. At first, they thought it was just another asteroid or comet. But as they tracked it, they realized this object was unlike anything they had ever seen before. It was moving too fast, and its path told them one important thing: it wasn't from around here. This was the first confirmed interstellar object ever observed passing through our solar system, and it was given the name Oumuamua, a Hawaiian word meaning scout or messenger from afar. But the surprises didn't stop there. Oumuamua didn't look like a typical space rock. It seemed unusually long and thin. Some estimates suggest it could be 10 times longer than it was wide. Even stranger, it didn't behave like a comet or asteroid. It appeared to speed up slightly as it traveled, but without showing the usual tail of gas or dust that comets produce. These odd behaviors sparked debates among scientists. Most agreed there had to be a natural explanation, but others, including Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb, suggested we shouldn't rule out the possibility that Oumuamua might be artificial, Perhaps even a probe from another civilization sent to explore the stars. Whether it was just a strange rock or something more, Oumuamua reminded us of a sobering truth. Our solar system is not isolated. Objects from other star systems can and do pass through, and maybe, one day, something will arrive that leaves no doubt we're not alone. UFOs in official reports, Pentagon's surprising admission. For decades, stories of unidentified flying objects were brushed off as myths, hoaxes, or just overactive imaginations. Governments stayed quiet, and the idea of UFOs was often treated as science fiction. But in recent years, something changed. The United States government, specifically the Pentagon, has publicly released real, verified footage of what they now call UAPs, or unidentified aerial phenomena. These videos, captured by Navy fighter pilots, show strange objects moving at incredible speeds, performing maneuvers no known aircraft can match. Some appear to change direction instantly, without slowing down. Others hover motionless against strong winds, then shoot off in a blink. The pilots, trained to identify and track anything in the sky, openly admit they have no idea what they were looking at. In 2021, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence released a report admitting that most of these sightings remain unexplained. They didn't say it was aliens, but they also didn't say it wasn't. For the first time, officials were acknowledging something extraordinary. There are objects in our skies that we cannot explain, and they are real. This shift, from secrecy to open admission, has made people wonder. If governments are telling us this much, what else might they know? And more importantly, if these craft aren't ours, and they're not from any other country we know of, then where, exactly, are they coming from? Life in extreme places, lessons from Earth. When we imagine alien life, we often picture Earth-like planets with blue oceans and green forests. But the truth is, life on our own planet can survive in places far stranger and far harsher than we once thought possible. Scientists call these tough survivors extremophiles, and they've been found thriving in some of the most unforgiving environments on Earth. Some live in boiling hot springs where the temperature would kill most living things instantly. Others survive in the crushing darkness miles beneath the ocean's surface, feeding on chemicals instead of sunlight. There are even microbes living deep under Antarctic ice, cut off from the surface for millions of years. These discoveries have changed the way scientists search for life beyond Earth. If life can adapt to boiling acid pools, frozen wastelands, or high radiation environments here, then alien life might exist in equally extreme places out there. On icy moons like Europa, where an ocean lies hidden under a thick shell of ice, or on Saturn's moon Enceladus, where geysers shoot water into space. Even Titan, with its freezing temperatures and methane lakes, could hide some form of strange, resilient life. The lesson is simple. Life is tougher and more adaptable than we ever imagined. And if it can thrive in the most unlikely corners of Earth, it might be waiting for us in the most unlikely corners of the universe. So what do all of these signs tell us? From a mysterious signal that shouted "wow" across the cosmos, to the countless Earth-like planets discovered by Kepler, to the strange visitor called Oumuamua, the Pentagon's unexplained aerial phenomena, and the hardy life forms thriving in Earth's most extreme environments. Each clue adds another piece to the puzzle. None of them prove, beyond a doubt, that we are not alone. But together, they make the idea harder and harder to ignore. The universe is vast, ancient, and filled with possibilities we can barely imagine. Every new discovery reminds us that the story of life may be far bigger than our little blue planet. Maybe other civilizations are out there, looking up at their own night skies, wondering the same thing we are. And maybe, just maybe, we've already crossed paths without even realizing it. In the end, the question isn't just are we alone? It's also how will we react when we finally know the answer?